Thank you for letting me serve.
Thank you, Deborah. Please be advised the chat will be disabled during speaker share and reading. And I would like to welcome our speaker, Gwen, who will share on Relapse Back to Recovery. Gwen, please let the timekeeper know how you would like your time.
If I have 10 minutes, can you let me know when I'm at about 7? And
7 for sure.
Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be great. Hi, I'm Gwen. I'm a compulsive overeater, and I'm not the best speaker in the world, but I have a lot to share. So, my recovery starts off almost every day with a two-way prayer, and I'd like to read you the one that I wrote this morning while I just sat down here and you guys were sharing, getting ready. Dear God, thank you for this beautiful opportunity this morning. Help me share your message for all who are here this morning. Love, your best student, Gwen. In his response, Dear Gwen, I feel your anxious feelings, but it is not anxiety. It is excitement that comes from leaving your comfort zone. When you leave your comfort zone, allow me to direct your way. Love, your best teacher, God. He's got a really great sense of humor. And I want to dedicate this time after relapse. I am dedicating my recovery from compulsive overeating to a very dear departed friend, Shenandoah Weichel, who passed away 17 years ago. And she was one of us. She was a compulsive overeater. She had many addictions, and she passed away at the age of 32. And one of the things that I found when I got in recovery was, when you get to like step 8 and 9 to make amends, I wish I would have been able to do something to help her. I had no idea that we were both doing the same things. I had no idea that I had a disease. I had no idea that she had a disease. And if I could do anything now to help her, I definitely am. I'm doing what I can to share, my recovery to help other people. And because I can't help her, I'm helping everybody around that can hear me. So instead of her, I'm doing what I can to help here. When I got into recovery for food, I've already been through, I got recovered in 2012 from drugs and alcohol. I spent 5 years in that program. And I'm like, hey, 12-step programs work. Never knew anything about them. Didn't have any relapse problems with that. No relapses at all there. But I didn't realize that when I stopped doing those things, I picked up the food. And I was, man, I was great. I was got recovery really great. I'm chowing down like there's no tomorrow. Didn't realize the food was a problem until I couldn't stop. And then, damn it, God. Why are you taking away my food too? It was hard to let go of the other program that I was working and say, okay, I got to switch gears. But I didn't throw away everything I learned there. My credits don't transfer, but my experience does. So don't forget that. This time when I have been in relapse, I had 5 years in recovery there. When I found out I have a problem with food in 2017, I quickly got on a food plan from a book that I found, and it worked out really great. I found a really great phone meeting where I got a sponsor who took me through the big book, which I had never done before, and I had about 1.5 years of abstinence. And I thought, this isn't hard. Oh, I got this, no problem. Who's told themselves that? I got this. This is cool. Well, go figure. I just kind of went slack on my OA program, started working on my other program too much, lost my abstinence. I spent 5 years trying to get my abstinence back, relapsing over and over and over. It didn't matter what the hell I did. I could not stop from relapsing. What does it say? We can't stay stopped. I couldn't stay stopped. Anywhere from 10 days to 3 months to 2 weeks to 6 days to 4 hours, just wobbled all over the place. And the breaking point came when in 2023, when I was still trying to do it on my own. I went to a treatment place to help me get abstinent again. 5 days. Got off the flour and sugar. Went there 3 times in 1 year. I still was overeating, and it still led me back to relapse. I went back again in 2023 because I actually had gotten a sponsor who said they would not drop me if I would stay into contact with her for at least one time a week, once a week, 10 minutes, once a week. I hung on to her because I got dropped every time I relapsed. Go find a new one. Well, this sponsor didn't let go of me. She said, I won't give up on you if you keep in contact with me once a week. And I hung on to her, eating, gaining weight. I still did not let go of her because you know what it feels like when somebody drops you. That, my sponsor said, was the time that we need help the most, is when we're in relapse. So this sponsor didn't let go of me. I finally said, you know what? Even with her, I still need to get abstinent again. I just gave up. I gave up trying to control it. I gave up trying to follow the food plan. I just let myself eat whatever. I gave up. And this is what I found is surrender. What? Surrender means like just giving up and just let yourself eat whatever you want. Eat whatever you want. Eat whatever you want. That's kind of backwards, isn't it? Counterintuitive. That doesn't sound right. But you know what? I was at a point where my ego is deflated. Just like Bill Wilson says, your ego has to be completely deflated. And it was because, you know what? I can't fight it. I gave up trying to fight it. And I just let myself eat for, I don't know, maybe it was 2 or 3 weeks before I could get back into that 5-day treatment again. I got there with a whole different attitude. I said, even this little bit of control I couldn't do. I'm an hour away from the place. I said, when I drive there from home, I'm not going to stop and get anything. I still stopped and got carrot cake. That was the last thing I ate compulsively, was carrot cake. I thought I was going to be able to tough it out before I got there. I couldn't. I just couldn't. And when I got there, I was so tired. I went and laid down in the room. I thought, I'm just going to take a little nap. I'm here first. I can see everybody come in. Nope. Didn't work. Didn't happen. Next thing I knew, one of the facilitators was downstairs shaking me awake saying, hey, everybody's here. Everybody's here. Okay, God, thanks. You know, all my plans of doing it this way or doing it that way or doing it that way. Nope, out the window. He had other ideas for me. Nope, you're gonna go in there and you're gonna be humble. Humility. You need to have humility. If you're trying to like buck up, forget it. You're only bracing yourself to stay in that spot of bracing yourself. I know it sounds counterintuitive to just say, you know what, I'm just going to let myself go. And people say, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? But it's exactly the thing that I needed to do because there was no way I was going to ever admit failure. But God helped me to come back from that place. Because once I had completely deflated my ego like that, like Bill Wilson did when he was in that hospital and said, if there is a God, will he show himself? Can you imagine what would have happened if nothing had happened? We wouldn't be here. None of us would be here. There would be no 12-step program. Bill Wilson would have never gotten sober. But he asked God for the truth. And God will always give you the truth. So he showed himself. He said, oh, you're asking if there is one? Well, yes, there is one. Here I am. Wow. So when I write my 2-way letter now, I know he's there because I've had that experience that Bill Wilson had. I know what it's like to be set on your feet and to know that everything is going to be okay. Everything that's happened up to this point happened for a reason. Even things that you think were bad, they've all happened for a reason. and things that you think, oh, I didn't want it to go that way, it's going the way it's supposed to, because you know what they say in the big book? God is the director. Well, he really is. Well, he really is. And there's so much more I could say about that. I started out saying, I didn't think I was good enough. This inferiority complex, with, what did they say? We're an egomaniac with an inferiority complex. When the big book says we can't distinguish the true from the false, I didn't know exactly who I was. I mean, I knew who I was told I was supposed to be, knew who I was pretending. I had to pretend to be someone. I had to put on this front, like I'm in recovery and I'm working it real hard. And inside I'm like, I don't know. I'm really kind of scared. But when I started writing those things to God, saying, I'm scared to do this. I'm scared to do this. His answer's like, you need not fear. I'm here. I'm here. I will be here when you ask me to be here. But he won't come in and take things away, because he gave us free will, right? So if you don't want to do something, he's not going to go in there and tell you you're doing it wrong. He's just going to let you keep finding out on your own. Because he experiences your life exactly as you're experiencing it. He knows everything. You can't hide anything. I mean, you might be thinking you're hiding something from your fellows, or from your spouse, or from your kids, or from your parents. You can hide stuff from them. But you can't hide anything from God. And guess what? You don't have to. Because he already knows it. Even your deepest, darkest secrets that you never, ever want anybody to know, he knows them. So, and he still accepts you exactly as you are. I mean, that's what I found. I just thought, I'm this beat up old Buick. What the hell does he want with me? Well, he didn't make me to be a shiny Cadillac. He made me to be exactly who I am and nobody else. You've heard that phrase, you make a first class you.
3 minutes.
Thank you. You make a first class you and a second class anyone else. So what he wanted for me was for me to just be who I am. I'm not a human doing. I'm a human being. And like in step 10 where it says, when you're disturbed, we're to ask God, how would God have me be? Because, in the past when I've had like step 10 disturbances, like cause me to relapse, right? I say, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? There's a million answers to that question. There's only a few answers to the question of how would God have me be? So how should I be? I should be honest. I should be loving. I should be patient. I should be compassionate. I should be, name me some other attributes that God really likes. It doesn't matter what we do. What matters is how we are. Because the world actually mirrors how you are inside. If you're frustrated and angry, the world will show you the same things. That's what you see. If you're calm and confident and you know that God is there and you're trusting, the world will reflect that. It'll say, oh, you'll get things that are calming and things that you can trust. I don't lock my house. I'm not afraid of getting into a car accident. I'm not afraid of my kids getting sick. I'm not afraid of dying, because I know that there's still life after that. Because, since I said I'm dedicating my recovery to my friend Shenandoah, I've been writing to God about her, about how much I miss her. She was my karaoke buddy, and I want to sing with her again. And I think we will. I really think we will. And part of the thing that I've discovered is, like, every time I've relapsed, I've learned something. Every time you relapse, it's a gift. What? It's a gift because there's something that I hadn't learned yet. But, I mean, I had to be open-minded. And when I say open-minded, Bill Wilson said he was rocketed into the fourth dimension. Well, I'm telling you, be ready for something from the fourth dimension. Because I'm not kidding you. I know that I have felt the presence of my friend so much more lately that she's connected with me now. And this time recovery is okay. It's okay to relapse because it's not relapse. It's helping my friend learn along with me. So that'll pass. Thanks.
Gwen, thank you so much for that phenomenal share and for sharing your experience, strength, and hope. Thank you for being here. When posting information in the chat to everyone, please only post OA-related announcements. Contact information for outreach or day counts when prompted. Please use the private